Now, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. Do you often go to public places with your friends?
Yes, absolutely. I often go to the public places with my friends and family members. Uh, I think that it is a great way to spend my quality time with them. Usually, we walk around the park, buy some ice creams at the ice cream shop, and have some conversations regarding different topics that in that are interesting to us.
Have you ever talked with someone you don't know in public places?
Yes, absolutely. There was time that I could not find the way around a new area. Then I have to ask a stranger at the destination to help me find the way. I think that thanks to him, I was able to navigate through the jungle of roads to reach my desirable destination.
Do you wear headphones in public places?
Yes, absolutely. I often wear headphones in public places in order to avoid being annoyed. I think that wearing headphones is great to help me, yeah, isolate myself from the noises and the strangers so that I can focus on the music and what I want to do.
Would you like to see more public places near where you live?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to see more and more buses and electric bike around my city. It would be fun to ride around the city on public transportation. They allowed me to enjoy myself and travel at low cost.
Do you like buying shoes? How often?
Yes, absolutely. I love buying shoes. It allows me to showcase my taste in fashion. I often buy shoes twice a month. I think this frequency is quite high, even though it can be low compared to some of my fashionista friends.
How much money do you usually spend on shoes?
I don't I don't spend much on shoes. Usually the budget is around 5 million VND. I think this budget is reasonable for me.
Which do you prefer? Fashionable shoes or comfortable shoes?
I prefer fashionable shoes because they allowed me to appear fashionable in front of my friends, and I can tell other people that I have a good taste in fashion.
Have you ever bought shoes online?
Absolutely, yes. Buying shoes online is my thing. Actually, I have a habit of buying new shoes online as it allows me to choose different choose from a variety of stores without leaving the comfort of my home. And the price is also affordable and reasonable.
Now I am going to give you a topic and you will talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Remember to take notes.
Unusual meal.
Please start speaking now.
Let me take a moment to describe an unusual meal that I had. I think that it was insect cake. So this is a kind of snack that was sold in China. I bought it out of curiosity. I want to know how people can eat this kind of food and how it tasted. So I bought that snack online. It is a kind of cake that is made from cockroaches. Well, at first, when I received that package of snack, I couldn't open the package because I'm afraid that the cockroaches will jump out of the package. Then I had to take all of my courage to open the box with the help of my father. And inside the package, there were thousands of cockroaches, which was fried, and they are all dead already. Then I take a look at the cockroach's neck. Is this kind of biscuits grossed me out. So I had to ask my dad to eat it for me. And he told me that it has a taste of the ant. Then I have to gain all of my composure to eat a bite of that snack. And it didn't disappoint me. The taste was not really bad, even though it was unusual. It was yummy.
Earlier we talked about describe an unusual meal you had. Now I will ask you some more questions related to this topic. Do people in your country value food culture?
Yes, absolutely. People in my country appreciate food culture a lot because they know that food culture allows them to express their identity and build their own sense of identity. Also, when the young generation approach food culture through traditional food and delicious snack, they will appreciate their own country and develop a love for the nation.
Do people in your country socialize in restaurants? Why?
Yes, absolutely. People in my country often socialize in a restaurant because a restaurant is an open space for people to have conversation regarding diverse topics. It is also a perfect place for people to have a drink, have a bite while talking. The atmosphere it's also perfect for socializing and hanging out.
Why do some people choose to eat out instead of ordering takeout?
I think that ordering takeout away is such a hustle compared to eating out. While eating out, people don't have to wait for the uh, shipping, and they can eat straight away the hot meals coming from the kitchen, which is more fresh and than waiting for the shipper to transfer the meal from the kitchen to the food to the doorstep.
Do people eat fast food at home?
Absolutely, people order fast food home quite a lot recently, and I think this has been a famous trend of young people as people can now order food online easily.
How does food culture influence personal identity in your country?
I think that food culture influence the national identity significantly. Um, when people think of a country, they immediately think of the famous food. So the food become a part of the identity of a country. As a result, when people can enhance the food culture, they will definitely enhance their identity in the heart of the its residents and visitors.
Why do you think restaurants are preferred for socializing?
I believe that restaurants are preferred for socializing because they provide perfect conditions for people to hang out and chill. This is especially great for people to feel at ease so that they can be in the mood for conversation.
How does the freshness of food affect dining choices?
I think that the freshness of the food affects dining choices significantly. Most people want to have a taste of food. So if the food is stale, they will definitely hate that restaurant, and they may rate the restaurant 0 star out of 5, which will affect the reputation of the restaurant significantly. For the next trip, they will not choose that restaurant anymore, avoiding those restaurants that have unfresh food is what they will do first.
Why do young people favor ordering fast food online?
I believe that people favor fast food online because they want to save time from waiting for transporting to the restaurant. They want to make use of their time to spend on their project or their work so that they can finish their more tasks as as much as possible.
Do you often go to public places with your friends? How much money do you usually spend on shoes?
I don't want to spend much on shoes. I think that 500,000 VND for a pair of shoes is enough for me to acquire suitable shoes. I don't want to spend much on shoes. I think that the budget around 500,000 VND is enough for me to acquire a pair of suitable shoes that are comfortable and fashionable. I think that the budget around 500,000 VND is enough for me to acquire a pair of suitable shoes that are comfortable and fashionable. I think that a budget of around 500,000 dong is enough for me to buy a suitable pair of shoes that are comfortable and fashionable. I think that a budget of around 500,000 dong is enough for me to buy. I usually spend around 500,000 dong for a pair of shoes. I think that this budget is enough for me to acquire a suitable pair of shoes that are not only comfortable but also fashionable. I usually spend around 500,000 dong for a pair of shoes. I think that this budget is enough for me. I don't spend too much on shoes because I want to save money for other purposes that are more necessary for me. However, I believe that my budget for shoes is around 500,000 dong. I don't spend too much on shoes because I want to save money for other purposes that are more necessary. I don't want to spend too much on shoes because I want to save money for other priorities. However, I believe that my budget for shoes is around 500,000 VND. I don't want to spend too much on shoes because I want to save money for other priorities. However, I believe that my budget. I often spend 500,000 for a pair of shoes. I believe that it is quite reasonable for a high quality pair of shoes. For a month, my budget it's around 1 million for shoes only. I often spend 500,000 for a I often spend 500,000 on a pair of shoes. I believe that it is quite reasonable for a high quality pair. For my monthly budget, it is usually around 1 million VND for shoes only. I often spend 500,000 on a pair of shoes. I believe that it is quite reasonable for a high quality pair. For my monthly budget, it is usually around 1 million VND for shoes only. I usually spend $1,000. $1,000. Phải chuẩn bị đi học rồi, đi dạy rồi, nó phải khẩn trương. Ôi dồi ôi, đến bao giờ mới xong đây?
Test 6. This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of it, want to enrol his child in the centre. Now listen carefully and 1 to 6. Good morning. Welcome to the Early Learning Childcare Centre. How can I help you?
Good morning. I came across the advertisement for your childcare centre last week, and I'm calling to get some details. I'm thinking of enrolling my daughter.
OK. What do you want to know, sir?
Well, I've learnt from the brochure that there are different types of caring, and I'm interested in the short day one. How much is the cost?
Well, it depends on the age of your child. For children over the age of 2, we charge $30 a day, and for those younger than 2, you have to pay $37.50.
Does it include meals?
Well, I'm afraid not. You have to pay extra for them, but we offer you free care for 20 hours weekly. It used to be 10 hours, but this month we extended the length of time as a special offer for our clients.
Oh, that will be of great help. OK, that's about the fee. Then may I know more about your centre? Something about the children's activities, the staff, etc.?
OK, we offer a diversity of indoor activities which cater for children of different ages. For example, painting with watercolours, singing, dancing, games, etc. Moreover, when the weather is good, we always take children to our playground and organise for our clients.
Oh, that will be of great help. OK, something about the children's activities, the staff, etc.?
OK, we offer a diversity of indoor activities which cater for children of different ages. For example, painting with watercolours, singing, dancing, games, etc. Moreover, when the weather is good, we always take children to our playground and organise different programmes in the open air.
That's great. Outdoor activities are essential for children. What about the teachers? Are they experienced?
Of course, all teachers in our centre have relevant working experience of at least 3 years and specialise in primary school education.
Great. Then they must be professional in dealing with children. Another thing is, I've heard from other parents that they can receive a report from their caring centres every weekend about how their children perform during that week. And I wonder, is there anything like that in your centre?
Yes, we provide that too.
Great. Then I want to enrol my daughter as soon as possible.
Well, I'm afraid we have no vacancy at the moment, and you can't join until the beginning of September, because one child will finish caring at the end of August.
I see.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, now listen and answer questions 7 to 10. Then I will talk about our staff. All of our centre's members are well trained so that they will take care of your children in every aspect. For example, when doing activities with special needs, our staff will prepare all the necessities for children, like aprons in the painting class, sunglasses and sun cream when playing outside in a sunny day.
It's great that you can consider that. I thought we had to prepare for these by ourselves.
You must provide something, a family photo. Many children may miss their parents, especially during the first week, so our staff will take photos of every child in case they need them.
Right. Apart from the professional knowledge of caring, are there any other requirements for your staff?
Well, actually, when we do the recruitment, the priority we consider is the general health of the staff, so each applicant must provide a health certificate from the doctor.
Yes, I agree, it's essential. I've learned about your centre, and I'm pretty interested, but I still have to discuss it with my wife.
Of course. Then I'll give you the contact detail of our centre, and if you want to register, you can call us or even have a visit if you like.
OK, what's your address?
It's number 75 Calliope Avenue, that's Calliope, Walkie.
OK, number 75 Calliope Avenue.
And the telephone number is 4789-6354.
OK, that's everything I want to know. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Test 6. This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of the test, you will be